Hey, welcome to Hansen Speed Shop. Today we're starting off the video on my new little work table. This table is actually what I used to build models on back in the day, and it's just kind of had junk piled up on top of it, and I cleaned it off and made it a nice little workspace for me. For the longest time now, I've just kind of been building my cars either on top of that stool that you've seen in the shop truck build video, or on some other different things, but this is going to be a nice little work area for me. But today we're going to be starting a new build, which is going to be this 1947 Chevy. She picked this up at a flea market over the summer, and I'm going to turn this thing into kind of like a 50s kind of rockabilly custom, not really a rat rod, but just kind of something like maybe like a greaser dude would have drove back in like the 50s. So let's crack this thing open and see what we're looking at. I've really liked this casting for a while. I've never done anything with one. I think what I'm going to do with this car is we're going to cut the fender skirts out on both sides on the back. I think it's just going to look better without them. And then all this trim on the side of the car, I'm going to try to delete. I just want it all smooth. This little hood emblem is going to go. And then I think that's going to be about it. And then I'm going to do a wheel swap, obviously. And then the car, it sits pretty good. I might have to try to lower it a little bit. I'll see how it sits with the new wheels, but I guess it doesn't sit too bad. In the package, it looked like it kind of sits up kind of high. And then I also was thinking I might put some kind of a side pipe on here, but I'm not sure yet. So we'll get the car torn apart and stripped, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, back to the 47 Chev project. Got the thing all torn apart and stripped. One thing I noticed after taking this thing apart is that this sun visor is actually riveted on, which is super cool that Hot Wheels did that, because it gives people like me an option to take it off if I don't want to run it, or leave it on, or take it off just to make this thing easier to paint and then put it back on. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to run that or not, but I definitely think I want to shave all this trim off. And then on certain cars, I think fender skirts are okay. On this particular car, I don't think they complement the look of the car, so I think we're going to cut those out. This hood ornament is going to be gone, along with this trunk latch here. That's going to get shaved off. Otherwise, that's pretty much the plan for this car. On the chassis, I shaved down those wheel humps that stick down, because I want to try to get this car to sit as low as possible. The interior, when it was originally in the car, it kind of looked like it was gray to me, but it's actually like kind of a whitish, pearl whitish color. So I'm not sure if I want to leave the interior white or not, but I definitely like the white better than just gray. So that's the car so far. I think the next time you'll see it will be once I have basically the majority of the metalwork done, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so here's the 47 Chevy after I finished all the metalwork on the car and got it sitting basically how I want it to sit. And as you can see, it looks awesome. I shaved off all the trim on the sides of the front and rear fenders, and then I shaved off the hood emblem and the latch on the trunk. I just wanted this thing to have a nice clean look. I left this little bit of trim in front of the back wheel, and as you can see, it's sitting a little too low right now. It looks super cool like this, but the wheels really aren't even like touching the ground hardly, so I might have to adjust the stance just a little bit, but otherwise it looks super sweet. I haven't 100% decided on a color yet. I've got a couple floating around in my head of what I want to do. So you're just going to have to wait till the final unveil to see what we come up with on this one. So we'll see you at the final unveil of this car. By the way, if you're wondering, I just used a Dremel basically to do all the metal work on this car, shaving and sanding and polishing on the body. So we'll see you at the unveil. Alright guys, it's time for the final unveil on our 47 Chevy 50's lead sled project. Before we take a look at the car, I just want to remind everyone to hit that subscribe button. If you don't want to, that's fine. Okay, that's fine with me too. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of the car, and give it a thumbs up if you think it's really cool. So let's take a look at it. Really happy with this one. It turned out super cool. Has an awesome stance. We went with purpleishes from Testers for the paint on this thing. I left the interior the pearl white, which complemented that really well. This super cool. A total transformation from what we started with. Again, we cut out the fender skirts, shaved the fenders, shaved the emblem off the hood and the trunk, and then slammed the car down on the ground to give it that cool, low, mean lead sled look. Here's a look at the back of the car. These are Hot Wheels wheels again. The only detailing on the body that I did was this trim in front of the back wheel, door handles, and then the emblem on the front of the hood and the headlights. And then taking a look underneath the car, we did the frame in a gloss purple, and then everything else was either gloss black or chrome, and then the wheel wells were done in a satin white, which I think you can kind of see sticking out a little bit. It just kind of makes those a little bit more unique and kind of gives that a pop. That was kind of an old trick back in the 50's to upholster your wheel wells the same color as your interior, just for that little added touch of customization. So that is the custom 47 Chevy. I hope you like it. I think it's awesome. Really cool build. So otherwise, stick around for some more pictures of the car. Thanks for watching. Remember to get out, work on your own projects, get your hands dirty, and we'll see you on the next one.